Well, hello boys and girls, and welcome back to my channel. So, if this has worked out the way that I wanted it to, there should have been previous videos where I had my green hair with the lime green roots, and now you should be seeing something a little bit different. Moving on to this look. This is the look that I have for you guys today. It is inspired by an Instagram picture that I saw. It was on, I think, like a NYX post, so I went and found the artist, and this is her right here, and I'm not even gonna try to pronounce it because I'm probably gonna butcher it and sound like an idiot, so we won't even do that. But basically the photo that had inspired me, and I think this is the one that NYX used, is this one right here. And as you can see, it's got glitter, which if it's got glitter, I gotta do the glitter. Which I think was the main thing that I was really drawn to, but then I really loved her lip color as well, which I don't have this lip color, and I kind of just did my own thing, so that was a thing as well. And then also, just for another reference, this was the other picture that I used. So I didn't do exactly the same thing, because I think hers is like maybe a little bit more silvery than mine, but I got pretty dang close, and I was a really big fan of how all of that looked, and it was really fun recreating this because, of course, with all my recreations and my own personal creations, I always like what I end up with because that's what happens. Well, that's not true. I don't always like what I come up with. Pretty much anything I put on camera is usually something that I always end up liking. If it's something that I don't like, then you will never see it. It will never see the light of day, pretty much. So anyways, yeah. So if you want to see how I got this look, you should probably just, you know, not touch anything on your computer and just keep playing the video, basically, because it's going to show you. I mean, I'm going to show you in just like a minute or so. So, yep, keep watching. Alright, so here is the actual tutorial part. Hooray, welcome. Okay, so as you can see, I already put an eyebrow on, and I already put some eye primer on and some highlight, which are my usuals. Lime Crime eye primer, and then MAC Mylar for highlight. So the first thing that I'm going to do to further prep the eye is use this Lunatic Cosmetic Labs eye primer base thingamajig, and I'm going to use that on just a little brush just so I can apply it a little bit easier to the areas that I need it. I'm also going to quickly throw in my transition color, which I'm using from Morphe brushes, and it's the 35B palette. And I'm just using this like kind of peachy, corally, pinky, I don't know, you'll know what I mean. I'm not being too neat with it now because I don't need it to be. I will do that later, basically. So the next thing that I'm going to use is, I have this color from Bare Minerals called Envy. I pulled out a lot of my old Bare Minerals crap today because that's just what I felt like doing. Then I'm also going to use one called Climbing Ivy, not Ivory. And just tap that in basically the outer corner. And then last thing from Bare Minerals today, it is this guy called Lime. I'm just putting that in that inner corner area. So now the next thing I'm going to do is just build up the crease area. So for that, the first thing I'm going to use is this color from this Too Faced palette. I forget what it's called. I think it's like Everything Nice palette or something like that. It's this color called Girly. basically going over the climbing ivy with this color. This next color I'm using is basically a really similar color, maybe a little bit more blue. It's from MAC. It's from a really old collection, which was like the feline collection or whatever. This color is called Burmese Beauty. Just kind of intensifying that there in the crease, trying to give it a little bit more of that kind of green duochrome. Now I'm just blending it in the crease a little bit more. I'm going to go back into MAC for a minute and pick up Bottle Green and just do this like on the very outer corner. Okay, so after I've done that in the very outer portion-y bits, I'm going to go back into that pink color that I used in the crease first and just touch that color up, and then I'm going to go just like back and forth between a lot of different colors basically now. Okay, I think the upper portion is pretty much done, and I just cleaned it up a little bit with an Almay makeup removing pad. Yes, the little round guys, so I just use that to clean up the edge over here. So I'm going to throw on now some liquid eyeliner. I'm going to complete the other eye, and then we'll come back and take a look at how to complete, I can't raise this eyebrow, this eye. So be right back. And we're back. So I'm going to go ahead and do the under eye area for this eye over here. To start with, I'm going to go ahead and just use a little bit of concealer. For that, I'm using my YSL Touche Eclat for that, just because I just need something really light and brightening. Guess I'll just throw the lid on the floor for that. So now I'm going to set that with some Ben Nye Cameo Powder. Very good. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to prep this under eye area again with some of the Lunatic Cosmetic Labs White Base Primer majig. And I'm going to use one of my favorite colors of all time from the Urban Decay Electric Palette. This is Thrash. We already know how much I hate when people say trash. Like, that's not how you spell trash. There's an H in there. It's thrash. Anyways. I'm just using a small smudgy brush to pat that on top of the white primer areas. Okay, I'm going to take this OCC pencil in Feathered, put that in my waterline. Second to last thing, I'm going to dip my little glitter brush in Lit Cosmetics Clearly Liquid Glitter Base first. I'm going to take some of, also from Lit, this glitter called Plush. Yep. And that name, of course, reminds me of a Stone Temple Pilots song, so I'm just tapping this ever so gently on top of Thrash. And then to just give a little bit more dimension, I'm going to go back over to Bare Minerals Lime eyeshadow, pick a little bit of it up, and that was way too much. So I'm just tapping a little bit of lime on top in certain places, just to give it a little bit more sparkly sparkles. I think we're done with the eyes. I just have to put some lashes on and be done with it. Okay, be right back. Okay, and we're back. So I have lashes on now, as you can see, and the ones I'm using are from Lena Lashes, and they are the Glamorous, and I love them. I think I used them in one of my other videos, and they're just really nice and long and dramatic and very fluffy and luxurious Okay, so I already put some primer on, and for that I used the Benefit Professional just because I'm not going anywhere, so it doesn't have to be my real primer that I typically use. But I feel like that primer, even though I hate how it feels, like I hate that weird silky feeling it has, I feel like it does a pretty good job at hiding pores and that sort of thing, so that's why we're going with it. So for foundation today, what I'm going to be trying again is the Maybelline Dream Wonder Fluid Touch Foundation. I have it in 15 Ivory. Alright, so moving on to blush. I'm using a lot of Bare Minerals stuff today because I've just like discovered it all again and was like, I want to use all this stuff basically. So I'm using, what is this, Sweet Cheeks? Yes, for blush. So that was my blush. Now I'm just going to do a little bit of highlight with my Lightscapade from MAC. Fun fact, I used to use this brush for highlighting underneath my brow bone, and then I found that it was a little too big. So the inspiration photo that I'm basing all of this off of, her lips are very like corally, naturally corally, pinky. I don't know how to describe it. I really like how it looks and I really wish I knew what it was, but I don't know what it is, and so I'm just gonna go with oh, what is this? This is Riot, right? Yeah, Riot from Lime Crime, which I love. Okay, and I'm just gonna, I would normally leave this matte, but I just want to see what it looks like with some gloss on top. So I'm going to be using from Urban Decay one of their Naked lip glosses in Love Child. I don't hate it. It's pretty great. Okay guys, so that pretty much completes this look. Again, this was a look inspired by this Instagram photo that I found. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this look. If you did, you can do many different things. You can go sing it from a mountaintop, you can tell your friends, you can write it in your journal / diary, whichever way you prefer. You can also give me a like, do a subscribe kind of thing. You can even share it via the internet. It's kind of up to you. It doesn't really matter to me how you want to do it. If you want to just like tell your goldfish about it, that's cool too. But all that other stuff, that stuff's good too. So, you know, that sort of thing. And then also, if you want to see more tutorials and looks like this, you should subscribe, because that's how you're gonna see all those other ones, because I really enjoy doing this and I really enjoy doing bright, glittery looks for you, and hopefully there's more to come in the future. So yeah, basically. So that's pretty much all I have to say for that right now. You know, it's been weird, but keep coming back and we'll have a good weird time together. Alright, that's it for me guys. Bye. Okay, whatever.